humanity stands on the brink of a possible Third World War. The skies above us might hold the key to deciphering the tumultuous times we find ourselves in. In our video on Jesus Save Us, we explore a mysterious signal that appeared on November 5, 2023, a signal reminiscent of a prophetic warning from the past. Join us in this investigation into the implications of this cosmic event and its possible connection to the current state of global tension. The year 2023 has been marked by worldwide instability, political tensions, and territorial conflicts, keeping the world in a state of constant concern. We witness conflicts in various regions, from Eastern Europe to the Middle East, and the shadow of large-scale wars seems increasingly menacing. On that fateful night in November, something extraordinary occurred. A red-toned aurora borealis lit up the northern hemisphere's sky, recreating a similar phenomenon observed 75 years before the start of World War II. This event, which occurs sporadically, seems to carry an ominous message in an era of imminent conflict. We invite you to stay with us until the end of the video, where we will reveal something dramatic that could change the world as we know it. This celestial event is significant, but how does it connect to the Fatima prophecy, which spoke of a premonitory signal of a devastating war? In the video, we uncover the mysteries surrounding this recent aurora borealis and its possible implications on the world stage. In 1917, in Fatima, Portugal, 3 young shepherds claimed to have received apparitions of the Virgin Mary, culminating in the miracle of the sun on October 13, 1917, witnessed by thousands. During these apparitions, the Virgin Mary conveyed a series of messages, including a warning about the consequences of humanity's sins, showing the children a vision of hell and urging them to repent to avoid further suffering. Moreover, she predicted a new war, which would be World War I, and warned that if humanity did not change its course, an even more devastating war would follow. Many Judeo-Christian prophecies are not tied to a single event but are rather timeless and can recur. For example, the prophecy of the exile of the Israelites came true twice, in Egypt and in Persia, and the prophecy of the destruction of Jerusalem was fulfilled both by the Babylonians and the Romans. These repetitions emphasize the potential for recurring events in history. The message of Fatima included a prophetic warning: when you see a night illuminated by an unknown light, know that it is the great sign that God gives you to announce that He will punish the world for its crimes through war, famine, and persecution of the church. This warning manifested on the night of January 25 to 26, 1938, when an extraordinary aurora borealis lit up the sky, similar to a night illuminated by an unknown light. Shortly after this celestial event, the German army invaded Austria, marking the countdown to World War II with the invasion of Poland on September 1, 1939. This war, much more destructive than its predecessor, caused the death of millions and sowed chaos on a global scale. Before continuing, we remind you to subscribe to our channel Jesus Save Us and activate the bell to stay updated. Some might argue that this prophecy has already been fulfilled with World War II and should not be considered further. However, as mentioned earlier, many prophetic warnings have a timeless quality. In this case, the message was not tied to a specific date, but served as a warning that could be reevaluated in the face of similar circumstances. Today, we find ourselves in a world grappling with moral decline, natural disasters, and geopolitical tensions. Society's moral compass seems to have strayed far from the path of justice in recent decades. The subsequent messages of the Virgin Mary are warning us of this disturbing trend and are foretelling an imminent purification, a purification of the world so that it may return to God. Natural calamities, including droughts, floods, and destructive fires, seem to coincide with the growing moral deterioration of society. These calamities serve as a harsh reminder of our disconnection from the natural world and our failure to heed the warnings given to us. While the Church has undergone significant purification in recent decades, Western Christianity has witnessed a decline in church participation, with many churches being deconsecrated and repurposed for other uses. This change in spiritual devotion is occurring alongside an increase in apostasy among both lay people and the clergy. Moreover, religious beliefs are becoming increasingly marginalized and even criminalized in some parts of the world. The modern and decadent culture often despises and mistreats the faithful. In this context, the faithful endure trials and tribulations, facing hostility and persecution. Could these signs and warnings indicate that the world is on the brink of significant purification, as predicted in the messages of Fatima? We are approaching a point where God's unequivocal judgment and the consequences of humanity's actions will manifest in the form of war, famine, and persecution. Returning to the celestial event of November 5, 2023, we find that it shares notable similarities with the aurora borealis that announced the start of World War II. This event was marked by the predominance of red tones, a sign of intense solar emissions, and its visibility in regions well beyond the normal reach of auroras borealis. The phenomenon was observed in countries like Ukraine, Switzerland, Italy, Slovenia, France, and even in some parts of the United States during daylight hours, an extraordinarily rare event. But why is this particular aurora borealis of such great prophetic importance? Because it repeats the celestial signal that was used at Fatima to announce the fulfillment of the prophecy of war. The events of Fatima culminated with the miracle of the sun on October 13, 1917, which served as a reminder to seek divine messages in the natural world. On July 13 of the same year, the Virgin Mary had predicted the arrival of a new war if people did not convert, showing the children a vision of hell as a powerful motivator for change. Moreover, she had warned that the war would end, but if people continued to offend God, an even more terrible war would follow during the pontificate of Pope Pius VI. The war destined to end was World War I, which indeed ended. However, the prophecy indicated that a more severe conflict loomed on the horizon, a conflict that would test the determination and faith of humanity. As we analyze these events and messages, we face a profound question: are we on the brink of a third world war? Is history ready to repeat itself in a devastating cycle of conflicts, suffering, and purification? The parallels between the prophetic warnings of the past and current events are striking. It is essential to address these issues with a sense of humility and vigilance, recognizing that the future is uncertain and divine will operate in mysterious ways. Although we cannot predict the exact course of events, we can take heed of the warnings and seek to return to moral and spiritual righteousness. In conclusion, the celestial event of November 5, 2023, serves as a powerful reminder of the prophetic messages delivered at Fatima a century ago. It highlights the continued relevance of those messages and the possible consequences of humanity's actions. Whether we are on the brink of a third world war or navigating the turbulent waters of our time, one thing is clear: our choices and actions matter. Indeed, not long ago, a mystic had a shocking vision of a terrible future event, an assassination attempt on the Pope. There are clear signs that this is possible. Click on the video that appeared on the screen to discover the details of this disturbing prophecy. Goodbye, see you in the video.